The Daily Stoic, Day 3. Let's go. Be ruthless to the things that don't matter. How many have laid waste to your life when you weren't aware of what you were losing? How much was wasted in pointless grief, foolish joy, greedy desire, and social amusement? How little of your own was left to you? You will realize you are dying before your time. Seneca on the brevity of life. One of the hardest things to do in life is to say no to invitations, to requests, to obligations, to the stuff that everyone else is doing. Even harder is saying no to certain time consuming emotions, anger, excitement, distraction, obsession, lust. None of these impulses feel like a big deal by itself, but run amok, they become a commitment like anything else. If you are not careful, these are precisely the impositions that will overwhelm and consume your life. Do you ever wonder how you can get some of your time back? How you can feel less busy? Start by learning the power of no, as in no thank you, and no, I'm not going to get caught up in that. And no, I just can't right now. It may hurt some feelings, it may turn people off, it may take some hard work, but the more you say no to the things that don't matter, the more you can say yes to the things that do. This will let you live and enjoy your life, the life you want. I wholeheartedly agree. I would even say what's even harder is not necessarily saying no to people, but simply saying no to emotions. Now, it doesn't to me, right? It doesn't mean to deny the existence of the emotion. For example, a clear cut example would be a breakup or someone irritated you at work that has gotten you riled up, right? I mean, not even work. It could just be in life in general. But I want someone you would want to have revenge on because hate is a powerful emotion, and I think it's the perfect emotion to illustrate this idea of be ruthless to the things that don't matter. If someone pissed you off, if you feeling some form of negative type of emotion associated with a person, if you hate a person, right? There's no reason to hate them, to be angry towards them, because that's just too much energy for someone that you clearly, you could say, despise, dislike, or just someone you don't even want to be around, right? That's too much energy. You're giving them too much credit, you know? I'm not saying to deny and, if you will, push underneath your bed or stuff it all in the closet or all in the drawer and say, nah, I'm not going to feel this way. You do, and you should say, hey, I feel this way, but I'm not going to entertain it. Like, I acknowledge it. I acknowledge its existence, but I'm not going to dive into it. I'm not going to associate. I'm going to let it be. If you should think about yourself less as a human being and more like a container of what? The only advice I could say is, yo, when you feel an emotion, when you feel a thought, right, or you hear a thought, right, you think your thoughts, where is that shit happening, bro? Like, can you even pinpoint? Like, to me, emotions and thoughts are happening in this place, right, that I can't see with my eyes, but I experience firsthand. And with thoughts and stuff like that, um just let it exist, let it be, but say, hey, remember, your attention is like a flashlight. Your field of awareness is open, but your attention is singular like a flashlight. When I say let it be, let it exist, and acknowledge it, let it be in your field of awareness, but don't make it the focal point of your attention. Don't shine your light on it. Remember, attention is a flashlight. Don't shine your light and keep it pushing. What you should be shining your light on are the things that matter. And if you don't want it to matter, don't give it attention. Don't feed it. Let it be. Don't dive into it. Don't look at the details. You know what I mean? Like, If you look at a car and then you really start looking at it and you start seeing all the scratches on it, you're looking at the details. Same thing, you could see the general shape of an emotion or idea that doesn't matter and say, no, I see you, but I'm not going to dive into it. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter. But I mean, to this, I would say you have to be very nuanced because one thing I would say with social media is is there's a lot of binary thinking, as in yes or no, them or us, and life is very much so a spectrum. It's not black and white. Life is very gray, and the darkness and the brightness are just opposite ends of the spectrum, and you have to really live that way and think that way and live with nuance, right? Because I could say these things, the book could give this advice and it could be interpreted terribly, bro. Like, someone could think they're applying the advice in this book, but all they're really doing is creating demons that will cause them to blow up like a volcano a couple years down the line. That's why I have to say, you got to acknowledge and accept. Acknowledge and accept. That's hard, but that's all I gotta say, man. Have a wonderful day. Bye.